Hi guys, welcome back to Crowd of Music. We are here Sunday at Tech Fest and we're with Conjurer. How are you guys doing today?
Yeah, alright. Well, thank you.
Have you been around the whole weekend or is it just today?
Just today, unfortunately. I had work and stuff, so.
I had no excuse. Yeah. Not got any money, I guess.
We managed to catch your set, fucking heavy as fuck.
Good,
as always.
thank you.
We also, last time we caught you guys before this was the Road to Serve tour, the festival warm dates. We were at the Leicester one.
Oh, awesome.
That was a really good show.
Yeah. But it's been a busy past 12 months for you guys, obviously, with the new record coming out and a bit of a touring schedule as well. So we've had a couple of months to reflect on the release of the new record. How we're feeling about it.
Go on, Dan.
It's alright, isn't it? Quite good. I think we did an okay job.
Yeah, I think it's one of those, we were really happy with it when we kind of finished it, and especially when we finally got it recorded, it was like, bloody hell. But to get to the point where other people are also into it is just really cool. I think we're, I don't think we're quite sick of the songs yet.
No, not really.
Yeah, we're alright. Still got a few months left.
Yeah, I think by the end of the year it's going to be like, where's album 2?
Yeah.
A few of them are quite oldie tracks, so you've had in the past, because I've read somewhere you had them before the first EP for some of them. So these are 2-3 years old maybe now.
Yeah, it was kind of with writing the album, it wasn't so much a case of finish EP, right time for the album. It was kind of
leftovers.
It was kind of we were just writing anyway because you're a band and that's what you're supposed to do. And then it was kind of, right, it's about time to record an EP. Let's pick a bunch of these songs to do for the EP, and then whatever's left over, we'll kind of refine whatever we think could do with honing in and refining. We'll do that. And so when it came to actually writing for the album, it was only 3 or 4 songs that we were actually actively saying, right, this is going to go on the album. So it kind of helped that it was the 4 songs left over that we needed to write. It was kind of, right, let's write 4 songs to fit these 3. Yeah. So it was a lot more kind of under the microscope, if you will, and I think that might have helped the cohesiveness.
With the EP, it was a case of not only do we just need to pick 4 songs and do an EP, it was which 4 out of the 7 or so we'd written at the time are going to work together kind of cohesively, and A Flesh Weaker Than Ash and Wretch were, could have gone on the EP really, but they were both so far removed from what we were doing, it just kind of felt right to go with the 4 tracks we did. So it was a case of building on those for the album, which was nice. It wasn't just kind of facing a blank page again, which we are now.
Yeah.
Going into those tracks, so obviously you talk about refinement and everything. So did you sort of take that writing approach to redoing these other tracks, different to when you actually did the first set of the EP?
Yeah.
Solid on there.
Yeah, I think tracks like Hollow that ended up on the album, we were playing years ago and we kind of stopped playing. We weren't happy with it. There's a video of us playing the old version online, we kind of rewrote it to the point where we were actually happy with it and brought it back into the set, and it made its way onto the album. So there's definitely, I think the stuff we've learned from the EP is definitely influenced what we've done with the album. So.
Yeah, you always you never kind of hit the bullseye in your first go when it comes to recording an EP or an album or whatever. So with each step it is a learning process. So even though we love Mire, there's things about it that we're right, we know what to do and what not to do for next time round. So it's constantly refining and just kind of, as I say, everything's under the microscope, which a lot of people would see as being kind of a bit too scientific about things, a bit too mathematical. But it's just the way we've always worked and the way we've always been happy with.
Perfectionist, basically.
It's just we're not a jam band. We don't go into our practice studio and just be I've got this riff that can go with this, blah blah blah. It's not as easily kind of slapped together like that. We really do like to kind of mull everything over and
for months.
To the point where it's almost not enjoyable. So like quite a lot we'll write a song and we've worked on it so much we're just kind of like, I need to be away from this for about 5 months, and then we'll come back to me like, this is sick. Like it's just kind of
Feels like someone else has written at this point.
yeah, it's kind of we tried to almost get to the point where we're looking at the songs from an audience perspective, as difficult as that is because you wrote it. Like we try to see it from like every angle possible.
Well, like one of the things I specifically like about you guys is like all the different styles of music basically you're using. Like it's not like, oh, we're gonna do a song like this and a song like this, a song like this. No, the song's gonna have this, and this, and that's like it's a little bit complex in a way. And you're like quite different to like, many of the bands like on this bill. And you still think like very like all like this tech metal-y stuff, and this is just you guys doing me like sluggy like stuff.
So just going on that, I think it's what we bring to TechFest isn't like widdly diddly. It's technical composition in that there's so many different like sections and
songs avenues are like very like, out there.
Yeah, I think so, and I think considering we are, for all intents and purposes, like a more straightforward metal band, we're doing that in a technically minded way, which kind of lends itself to the festival. I think that's why, especially as well, when people are listening to a lot of really technical, fast, like intricate stuff for 3 days, they kind of want to just listen to some slow stuff every now and then. And I think that's why having a few bands like us on a festival like this really works. And like Employed to Serve, who, especially like, their first record was very technical, but especially what they're doing now, it's a lot less notey. Yeah, is the word I'm going to use, but it works because it's a bit of kind of catharsis for people.
Yeah, going off speaking of bands like Employed to Serve, and you're wearing like the top, like the Holy Roar top basically. I was going to ask about your relationship with like Holy Roar Records, because there's quite like, for that label I feel like there's like a specific like set of bands that belong there, and like you guys, even when I like, heard the EP like time ago, I was like, yeah, these are like perfect fit. So how do you explain sort of like your relationship with that label and how it really came about?
You've got to be cool to be on it.
No, it's Alex who runs it. It's kind of like the evil overlord, and he won't mind me saying that out loud. He is very much a no bullshit person, so if he likes a band, he will work with them, and it's his attitude that really shapes the label. So you have a label with bands like us, Employed to Serve, Boss Kelloid, Modern Rituals, like kind of all these bands that sound so different, but the approach is kind of very much the same. It's like kind of no bullshit, very much just being the best band you can possibly be, and you can say that about pretty much any Holy Roar band. I think is that attitude, and it's you find with a lot of labels it's about music, and with Holy Roar it's about music, but it's about attitude. It's about kind of marrying the two, and we feel very privileged to be a part of Holy Roar, just to be so surrounded with really good bands, kind of at the top of their game in their respective fields. I think that's influenced the album a lot more than kind of saying we love Conjurer, so we're going to write songs like Conjurer. I think being surrounded by really high quality bands has had a massive effect on us. Holy Roar's good.
Yeah, I want to go back to what something you said. It's kind of like they have a punk attitude that reaches across multiple genres. Like it's not so much. It doesn't feel like, obviously, when you've got a lot of bands like Roller to Massing, Employed to Serve, and like even Departures that all kind of fit somewhat together. It doesn't feel like when bands like us, Ohms and Boss Kelloid come along, that we're like separate from all of it. Yeah. It's all mingled together. It doesn't feel like we're on a subsidiary side. Yeah. It's all just kind of, well, you're all awesome, so...
That's what I very much worry when we first got asked. So when we were recording our EP, we were in the studio listening to bands like, for me, definitely the first time listening to Employed to Serve and Svalbard, and being, holy shit, Holy Roar, this record, this label is amazing. Maybe one day, like far down the line, we could put out a record on Holy Roar, and for them to be interested in putting out that very EP, it was like, okay, well they'll put it out, they'll do a digital release, you know, they'll they'll do the bare minimum, but it was like from day one, it was emails every day, it was phone calls, it was them wanting to do the most for the band, really push us, and they treated us like a proper band when we were just some guys, that had written an EP. So it's there. I think Alex's attitude specifically is, I'm either going to go all in on a band or I'm not going to bother. A lot of the time, I sent him a lot of our mates' records, and he's like, with Gargantua, I sent them their record, and they were like, this is amazing. And a few weeks later, I was like, oh, they're putting it out, great. Whereas other albums, they won't even reply to my email, because it's just, they don't believe in wasting time on things that they don't want to get behind personally. If they're not passionate about it, they won't bother. And that is why, so they've got a subscription service where you pay however much a month and you get an vinyl, CD or digital download sent to you every month. And so many people have signed up for that on the basis that it's going to be a wildly different thing every month, but they know the quality's there, and I think there are very few labels that are as consistent as Conjurer.
It's like when they're going to sign up to that, it's like they're aware that they don't know what they're going to get.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's so eclectic and cohesive at the same time.
It shouldn't work.
No.
Yeah, but it does.
Yeah, but it kind of leads me on to my next question as well. Like, how deep was it you that you got in touch with them, or was it like
they contacted us? They don't take submissions generally. Before,
you guys didn't. I don't know. Sorry, I'm cutting you off. I swear, you didn't really have any recorded material out at the time. I swear.
Like the odd SoundCloud demo or something like that. But,
and Alex actually said this in an interview the other day. He was saying that he won't. In fact, it was actually the guy from Big Scary Monsters. They were doing kind of a joint interview, but they were saying that they won't just go and find a band, or they won't see a band and be instantly interested. What they want is their friend from this area of the industry to go, oh, have you checked out this band? And then to see them on 5 bills that are like kind of really good, and then to hear about them from someone else, and to see them on Facebook and see them on Twitter, and just to be surrounded by a band from all angles to the point that then they go, right, maybe this is worth checking out. And it was like that with Alex. Like, I remember I tweeted them the demos, and they I think they just ignored the tweet. And then Lewis, who mixed and mastered our EP, who does a lot of stuff for Holy Raw, he emailed them to Alex and said, no, you actually need to listen to this. At that point, we were playing bigger and better shows, so Alex had obviously seen us around, and he thought, right, well, maybe it's time to actually take the time to listen to this. So I think with a lot of bands, people expect, they've got so much belief in their 4 recorded songs. It's like, oh, how can a label not want to put this out? But unless a label have got something tangible to go, actually, there's enough of a reason for me to put this out, it's usually a no-goer. Like, Omens were the second band ever that Alex had signed based on them sending him an email. So it doesn't happen very often. It's worth doing. But it's about kind of saturating yourself within the industry if you want to work with people like Holy Raw.
I'm sure you guys were pretty shocked when you got the call, your heads up saying, you've heard of us, what, you want to sign us?
Yeah, pretty much. Lewis had mentioned that he'd sent Alex the EP, but we got an email through, and he's like, so we did this EP then? He's like, yes, obviously. Like, what's wrong with you? Of course we are.
Go back to what you were saying as well about the shows. I want to talk about you guys are pretty busy with the festival season as well. I mean, you're playing Bloodstock again later on this year.
Yeah.
I can't remember what else.
Yeah, we've done Tech Fest today, obviously. Then we've got 2,000 Trees, Bloodstock, and then a couple of things at Acton Gent. And then later in the year, was it Hard Rock Hell, that's the one, doing the Stoner. So that's pretty much like our little festival season.
So it's pretty weird. How do you feel about it, a small space of time for 2 years, for you guys, and you're already playing Bloodstock for the second time, and that what's reacting to all this sort of success, I guess, coming your way?
I'm not gonna know until the day. It's very much I've said this before, but it's so difficult to process things. We'll get one thing through the door, one offer, and it's like, oh my god, that's awesome, and then by the time you're just coming round to kind of accepting that and becoming accustomed to this like awesome new offer, you get another one through, and it's like, oh god, it's just kind of, it is like kind of difficult to process things at times. And like for instance today, like we've been playing this for ages, but it doesn't really hit me until I wake up this morning. It's like, oh, I'm playing Tech Fest, I've got to get ready. Like it's just kind of, it is like packing for holiday. It doesn't hit you until you're packing. Like it's kind of the same with all of these things. Like we know they're all coming round and we're all excited for them, but like it doesn't really hit home until like usually like I'm halfway through a song on the stage on the day, and it's like, oh yeah. Like it's kind of
like you have the little moments leading up to it. Like I don't know, last couple of weeks in practice we've been starting to think about what sort of set lists we'll play at this or that or anything like that, so you sort of gradually build your way up to it. But yeah, like you say, it's very much on the day. It's like, oh, there's the stage, hello. Yeah, we probably do this.
Also, what you guys been listening to at the moment in band recommendations for anyone watching? Like, anyone new? Of course, plug anyone on Holy Roy.
Yeah, I've been listening to that latest Paramore album pretty much exclusively this week. After that,
good album.
It's a really good album.
Yeah.
Not big on the one with the, what's his name, Dingy From Me Without You on it. It's like kind of an instrumental. So
second last track.
I'm not happy.
It's not a banger, mate. I'm not interested.
It's not a banger.
We were on tour with Pine in Europe, who are a fantastic band who are about to put out a great record at the end of the year. In Europe a couple of weeks ago, and they put that Paramore album on the line, and I was like, oh, this is rubbish, and slowly got into it.
I've been listening to a lot of sad boy music, so like the Hotelier and
because of Pine, maybe.
No, like I don't, whenever it comes to summer, I do get in a bit of a pop punk mood, so I've been listening to Nervous and Narwhals and I'm trying to think of some other stuff now, stuff like the Dirty Nil. I'm listening to happier music for once. Reggaeton.
No, well, a little bit, but surprisingly not loads. A band we played with called Orchids, they supported us with Rolo Tomasi about a month ago, something like that. They just released their EP like yesterday or the day before, so I've spun that a couple of times. There was a new Aborted song, listened to that. Other than that, a lot of Bruno Mars recently. It's not very metal, but it's wicked. So yeah,
I'm trying to think of like good
I've been
metal
listening to the new Yob.
I put that on today for the first time. Today. Enjoy it.
It's really sad.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
It's about that happier music you listen to.
He did nearly die, so I can understand. But
I did enjoy it though. I didn't like the single, but the album's pretty good. Yeah, Yob are good. As for Holy Royal bands, Employed to Serve's new album's still really good.
Finally,
what is it, the second one or the new?
No, the second one.
Got into the Boss Keloid album. Yeah, properly listened to that a couple of times, cracking. And I appreciate that now. So that's a good one.
Yeah. Pretty much just listen to Holy Royal stuff. It's like it's one of those that you will find something interesting.
Someone in the office is going to be like praising you.
See if
they've ever seen it.
Yeah. It's mad. I get a record turn up every month. I'm like, oh, mate. The big one for me was Apologies I Have None, who I really didn't think I would give a shit about, to be honest.
I was like that as well when I put
and then I put the album on and I was like, oh my god, I
Emotions.
love this. Yeah, it's so good. It's one of my favourite albums
ever.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think I've listened to it twice, so it hasn't properly like stuck with me. I remember listening to it like, I think like the first two tracks, like it took me a little bit, like, I wasn't like completely stuck, but like halfway throughout the record I was like, you know what, reflecting on it, it's pretty good.
Goodbye Peace of Mind is my favourite.
Yeah.
I love that one.
Dan loves the new Decemberish record.
I wish I did.
That look.
Oh, Colin, what did you do?
Thanks for sitting down with us, guys. We'll let you go on the
Thank
weekend.
you.
If you want to plug anything, now's your chance. Obviously, music. I think you got a new tour coming up as well.
We do.
Yeah, we're touring with Conan at the end of the year. So if you want to come to that, that'd be cracking. If like our albums, you can listen to it for free on Spotify. So that's an option, I guess.
Stay hydrated.
Yeah, water is very important in this sunny season.
Thank God you're here.
Yeah.
They were gasping before that.
You'd all be prunes without me.
Yeah, you got anything, Connor? What do you want to plug?
No,
what about your new Relentless sunglasses?
Yeah, they're
got some
good.
sunglasses that say Relentless Energy on them.
Yeah.
£5 bargain. Yeah, wicked. That's
yeah,
that.
cracking.
Thanks,
Lovely,
guys.
thank you.
Just there now. So, check out Conjurer, all social, check
That
on the
too.
bottom, find a music and all that.
Oh yeah, us.
Thanks for watching, guys. Cheers.
Thank you.